So why do we do this digitally? Why not just capture the lead and pass it to the salesperson? Most distributors, most distribution companies are trying to capture leads. And the way they capture leads is they put a page up and they say, if you want to subscribe to our newsletter, put your email in the box, hit the send button, and we'll send you a newsletter, which is fine. It's a good thing to do. But the problem is that then those are their leads. The guy that subscribed to the newsletter is the lead, and the lead gets passed to sales. There's no name, there's no company, there's no title, there's just an email address. Ask for the title. If the person's really interested in what you are promoting, they will put, just like all of you did for this webinar, you all put your titles in there. It tells me how to tailor this presentation. Like I know Brenda's here. Brenda's a marketing person. I add some of that situations that come up for a marketer in distribution. That's all I'm saying. So when we come to lead capture, we want to do this digitally, because if you're not confident enough to ask people for things like, what's your revenue? What's your title? How many employees do you have? You can do all of that digitally. Under typical circumstances, this would be your salesperson's responsibility. In distribution, they're infamous for knocking on doors, and they're so good at it. That's why they're the last of the industries to actually move towards digital. But if they did this, if they invested the effort and the patience, this would just blow their business out of the water. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So the goal of lead nurturing, right? You capture the lead, now you want to nurture it. The goal of nurturing that lead is to educate your prospects, build their awareness about you and your products and your solutions, but most importantly, to build their trust in your brand. Now, remember what I said earlier, right? E-commerce versus what we're talking about. E-commerce is buy our product. What we're talking about is have a relationship with us. Let us help you with your business. Let us make sure that you're successful. All right, the ways that we capture leads, most companies are online, of course. Social media is great for capturing leads. Live events, fabulous for capturing leads. This is a live event, by the way, or if you go to a sales conference, that's a live event. Customer re-engagement, also a very powerful way to, breathe new life into old leads. If you have a bunch of customers who are dormant, you can take that list and, nurture them a little bit. See if you can get some interest out of that list. And then, of course, when people make a purchase from you, if they make it online, they're going to give you their email address, and that's a good way to capture leads as well. The key to any kind of lead capturing, whether it's online or live, is follow-up and personalization. A lot of us are not good at follow-up, myself included. When you can do it digitally, that's a great thing. The thing that's really cool, though, because you want it to be personalized. The thing that's cool is with the way technology is today. Once a lead enters your database and he clicks on anything that you have, your email system and your website knows exactly who he is if you have the right technology in place. Say you have a website, and again, I'll use the electrical contractors, and you serve small residential electrical contractors and large commercial contractors, and they're both your customer or you're communicating with both. When the small contractor goes to your website, he gets an experience that's tailored to his business. There are pictures of small residential contractors doing what they do. And when the VP of purchasing from the large commercial electrical contractor goes to your website, he gets pictures of like commercial buildings and companies like his that are doing what they do. And this is all ways to tailor a visitor's experience, and it warms up the leads. When you're sending out an email and you pull him in and he's seeing stuff like that, that's warming him up. One of the biggest benefits to capturing and tracking leads online is to be able to score the leads, to know the lead's value. Clearly, the lead that came in because they subscribed to the newsletter is not as valuable as the lead that wants more information about your VMI. Take a look at this sales funnel that, and I apologize. I know it's a little bit blurry, so I apologize for that. But this is a typical sales funnel. And you can see at the top of the funnel, there's a few ways that a buyer could enter. They can come through a Google search. They can see a social media post. They read a blog post on your website. And the blog post says, oh, if you're interested in more of this, would you like a white paper? They download the white paper, and now you have their contact information. He enters the email campaign. And what this is, it says it's a call to action that's gated. The call to action is enter your email and download this free white paper. So, and it's gated, meaning you're not going to get it unless you give us your email address. So he goes through a whole series of touches. He's in an email sequence, and somewhere along here, he's offered a free trial, and he may or may not take it. Right? He could sign up for it. If not, he receives another email. If he does, then he's going to enter into the bottom of the funnel. Now, this person that downloaded the paper here, it probably doesn't make much sense for a salesperson to call him. You don't know anything about him. You don't know why he's there. You really don't know what he's looking for. So instead, what you're going to do is all these follow-up emails that come, they're going to be peppered with different information about different subjects, and you're going to see where he clicked. And if he clicks on something that's, say, about VMI, you're going to give him more information about VMI. And if he continues to click, then you're going to know he's interested. What's really cool about this, and why we have the abacus down here, is that every touch that he moves through on this funnel, he's adding up points. Points get added to his record in your CRM until he hits a certain threshold. It could be, well, if he's bouncing around up here and he hits 100 points, send him over to sales, because now he's considered a warmed up lead. He's moved through the breadcrumb trail far enough that we think he might be interested in purchasing a VMI, or he has signed up for a free trial. You might have something in place where every time he logs into whatever that free trial is, he gets another 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, until he's been in and out enough times that a salesperson's going to pick up the phone and call him. So that's what lead scoring is all about. So now we can move leads through the buyer process that way and still keep tabs on them and know where people are. We can know where people stalled. Like, say, every time people land on this landing page, they never sign up. Well, that means there's something wrong with the landing page. Or every time somebody receives this email with the case study, they never sign up. Then you know that there's something wrong with the email. And we can see all this now. Every time someone goes to a different place, like say they come to this landing page and they want the free trial. Well, maybe you're not going to give them the free trial until they fill out a form, of course, because you have to get them whatever it is they need. Your landing page, probably because you already know who they are, the landing page already has their name and their email address. You may have asked them up here somewhere what their title was. So now down here, you have their name, their email address, and their title, but you want to know their revenue, because if you're, say, your Salesforce and your revenue is only $40,000 a year, Salesforce isn't going to call you. They want to know stuff like that in order to qualify you, right? It goes from marketing qualified leads to sales qualified. And it's amazing what technology can do these days. So once the lead gets qualified, it gets passed on to the salesperson. Marketing will work with sales because only sales knows what they consider qualified lead. Sales knows, all right, the guy just signed up for the newsletter, don't pass him to me. But, the guy signed up for a free trial and he's from a $3 million business, yeah, send me the lead.
Hey, it's Susan Merlo. If you like that video and want to learn more, call or text me. I'd love to hear about your business and show you how this would work for your sales team.